whispers weave through air. Silent screens just watch and stare. Measure the balance, measure the shift. Calibrate dreams in the data drift. Where's the line where clear becomes gray? In numbers and codes we find our way. Pulsing lights with steady beat. Fingers tap to you repeat. Cold and clinical, but it feels alive. Searching answers we analyze. Measure the balance, measure the shift. Calibrate dreams in the data drift. Where's the line where clear becomes gray? In numbers and codes we find our way. Glass tubes hold the liquid truth. Colors fade from bright to mute. Questions rise like vapor trails in silence. The future unveils. Measure the balance, measure the shift. Calibrate dreams in the data drift. Where's the line where clear becomes gray? In numbers and codes we find our way. Glass tubes hold the liquid truth. Colors fade from bright to mute. Questions rise like vapor trails in silence. The future unveils. Measure the balance, measure the shift. Calibrate dreams in the data drift. Where's the line where clear becomes gray? In numbers and codes we find our way. Echoes hum in hollow halls. Glass reflections on white walls. White walls. Static whispers weave through air. Silent screens just watch and stare. Measure the balance, measure the shift. Calibrated dreams in a data drift. Where's the line where clear becomes gray? In numbers and codes we find our way. Pulsing lights with steady beat. Fingers tap to mute repeat. Cold and clinical, but it feels alive. Searching answers we analyze. Measure the balance, measure the shift. Calibrated dreams in a data drift. Where's the line where clear becomes gray? In numbers and codes we find our way. Glass tubes Shapes hold the liquid truth. Colors fade from bright to mute. Questions rise like vapor trails. In silence, the future unveils. Measure the balance, measure the shift. Calibrated dreams in a day adrift. Where's the line where clear becomes gray? In numbers, in codes we find our way. Ooh, ooh. Echoes hum in hollow halls, glass reflections on white walls, static whispers weave through air, silent screens just watch.
Hello, good morning, everyone at home.
Measure the
My
pulse,
name is Adil
measure the
Cholakunde
shift,
Michael. This
calibrate
morning we have come
dreams
on
in a
another
day
different
drift.
uh,
Where's the line
focus,
where
and that
clear
is going to
becomes
be
gray?
our
In
focus on
numbers,
microbial
in codes we
physiology and
find our way.
metabolism. So, this session is going to be a strictly practical, step by step guide to how bacteria grow, as well as some other important components and activities of microorganism. Don't forget where we are coming from.
Measure the
That
balance,
when we
measure
talk
the
about
shift.
microbial physiology, physiology is actually talking about the functional parts of
Where's the line
a
where clear
microorganism.
becomes
For
gray?
example, if you pick up a
Numbers and
flagella as
codes we
part of the structure
find a way.
of
Glass slipes hold the
microorganism or a bacterial
liquid
cell.
truth.
So that means you are going to talk about
Colors fade
the
from
function, what
bright
is being used
to
for after you relate that
questions
to this.
rise
So
like
today,
vapor
just like I
trails
said,
in
the
silence.
focus is going to
The
be
future
a
unveils.
more of a practical
Measure the
section
balance,
than just
measure the shift. Calibrate
theory.
dreams in a day
So if we
drift.
talk from morning to
Where's
night,
the
from
line
evening to
where
afternoon,
clear
from
becomes gray?
24th round the clock
Numbers
in
we
class, without
find
knowing
our
the
way.
practical application of it, honestly, our work is incomplete. So that is why today it's going to be like that. Don't forget, in this section, I want to welcome you to an hand-on practical experience, just like I said. Here we are going to see how environmental factors will normally affect how microorganism grows. So if you
Glass
pick up
slipes
any
hold
microorganism, no
the
matter how
liquid
functional
truth.
or no matter how virulent that
Colors fade
microorganism
from
could be,
bright to
if there is
mute.
no communication
Questions
between the
rise like
environment and
vapor
the
trails in silence. The
microorganism,
future
the microorganism might
unveils.
not be able to perform its
Measure the
role or its
balance,
functional
measure the
role.
shift.
So environment
Calibrate
take a
dreams in a
it
day
takes
drift.
uh, large
Where's the
share in
line
terms of
where
their
clear
usefulness
becomes
in
gray?
determining how
Numbers and
functional
codes we find
microorganism is
our
going to
way.
be. And the goal of this is just to help you to be able, to our students to be able to understand the core microbiological techniques. Okay, in this practical session, you are going to see how can you set up a sterile experiment. How can you make your the
Echoes
environment of
hum
your
in
lab
hollow
free of contaminants. We are going to see it and we are going to talk about that. Then we will also focus on how can you use colorimeter to measure microbial growth, then how to interpret growth pattern based on pH, time, and temperature using simple charts, graphs, and some other things that you can do. Okay, so don't forget that I said in this practical session, the students supposed to be briefed on their safety first. When they are safe, that means the quality of their experiment should also be safe as well, should be pure without any contamination. Okay, then aseptic techniques and individual responsibility is very important. So then in this practical session, I want you to focus on pH testing, that is the measure of acidity or alkalinity of the environment as well as the air around the microorganism. Then we'll be able to track the growth. So when the pH value is acidic, what was the growth pattern, and when the pH is basic, what was going to be the growth pattern. We are going to see that. Then lastly, we are going to now link environmental factors on the microbial metabolism, so to say. And in this practical session, we are going to talk about demonstration calibration of a pH meter using pH 4, 7, and 10. That is, you use the one that is slightly acidic and the one that is slightly basic, as well as a neutral buffer. Then you have to be very familiar with the common errors such as a dry probe. What are the troubleshooting that you can do by the time you want to make use of a colorimeter and a pH meter. So we have to be familiar with what is known as a dry probe, smuggled colorimeter tubes, skipping zeroing, zero colorimeter with sterile broth before each reading. Okay. Not only that, I also want to emphasize the role that is being played by the role that is being played by the cleanliness in handling all laboratory tools. So if only the environment, the air around you or the environment is clean, but the way you handle your equipment, the way you handle your tools, they are such that sterility cannot be guaranteed. So you have to be used to that. Okay. Then we will also look at the real-time growth tracking. How can you track it? How often? So you have to take your sample every 30 minutes with a new sterile pipette. Okay. Then on the growth curve, you need to pay attention to the following area: the lag, log, stationary, and dead phases. All these are important part of the growth curve. Okay. Then another thing is our guide on real-time plotting of absorbance values. How can we make use of absorbance value in making or interpreting them and be able to make informed decision. So then it is also going to, this practical session is also going to help us to visualize microbial population dynamics. We are going to see that. Okay. Observation, interpretation, and report writing. We assist in drawing conclusion from absorbance data, promote comparison across different conditions such as the pH, temperature, salt. So how can we make use of that? Then encourage scientific reasoning for anomalies. Okay. Now, the lab structure, report structure is very, very important. So if you want to write laboratory reports, these five sub topics are very, very important and must not be missing. So the first one is the introduction. Under the introduction, that is where we are going to talk about the theory or the hypothesis. We'll talk about the title. The title. Introduction, you have the theory or hypothesis, you have the title, very, very important. The objective, still under introduction. So the objective is very, very important. You need to state it. Then under method, this one will come under materials and method, where we are going to list all the equipment that is going to be available for you. Don't forget that this is going to be a two-pronged approach. It's going to be a bit of uh, alternative to practicals. Okay, then other one. So this is going to be a guide. Don't forget, we call it a step-by-step guide, so that by the time you get into the laboratory, when you follow up this instruction, you will be able to make good of use of it. So under that, methods is very, very important. What are the methods that you are going to use? You state the materials. The materials used for this experiment, to be used for this experiment, include, so you list them. Then the methods. What method are you going to use? 2 ml of so is going to be put into so. pH value is going to be adjusted to this and that and that. Then you come under results. You report the results, your observation, you are going to report it. Then the result is going to be presented in form of graph, in form of charts, in form of pie, in form of any graphical representation before you'll be able to make your conclusion. So that is what I want to see in your laboratory report writing. Don't forget that you are making use of this as a guide to what is actually needed. Don't forget that I told you also that this practical is a cardinal point or a cardinal area in your course, in your career. If you are not good in practicals, it might definitely affect you. So that is that. Now, the first practical that we are going to make use of, don't forget that the first practical, I told you that is going to be introduction. So introduction, under introduction, you have the title. So the title is to investigate the effects, and that is the objective. Oh, investigate the effect of pH on microbial growth. So you need to know that microorganisms grow best within a specific pH ranges. There are some bacteria that once the pH is too acidic, they will not grow well. And when the pH changes too, so the growth of microorganisms definitely depend on the pH values. Then outside this range, there are some enzymes and metabolism. Don't forget that enzymes are protein in nature. So outside any of these, their pH ranges. So, for example, if the pH of a specific microorganism is 4.5, once the 4.5 is not going to be maintained, that means it is going to affect the enzyme. Some proteins are going to be denatured, some enzymes are going to be denatured. And don't forget that enzyme, they are the ingredients of biological metabolism. So once the enzyme is being denatured, you know that they will not be able to perform certain biological activities. So that is why in this experiment, we want to look at the effect of pH on microbial growth. So the objective, just like I said, we have just one objective, and the objective is to observe the effect of pH on the growth of a bacterial culture. That means you must have gotten your culture, and the culture could be in form of broth, it could be on media, on a solid agar. So, but you must have gotten a specific culture. And in this type of experiment, you can make use of a different culture. Don't forget that we have organized. We have organized, and sometimes I think in your level one, you must have known being exposed into how to culture microorganism, how can you incubate, how can you identify. So you must have been used to that. So the main objective of this is to observe the effect of pH on the growth of a bacterial structure. So, and the materials that we are going to be needing in this experiment will include pH meter, just like I told you, colorimeter, and colorimeter tubes. Okay, then we need sterile nutrient broth, which must be adjusted to pH between 3 and 9. So then we need a 1 molar sodium hydroxide and 1 molar hydrochloric acid, as well as a E. coli or yeast culture that can serve as our bacteria or our microbial culture. Then we need a sterile inoculating loop. We need the incubator that should be adjusted to 37 degrees centigrade. Okay, these are the equipments. This is pH meter, and what you see here is called the probe. It's called the probe. This is the colorimeter. This one is used to measure bacterial growth. So you see how bacteria grow here. Okay, then these are the colorimeter tubes, not leaves. Colorimeter tubes. Okay, now in this kind of presentation, just like I said, you will get used to how can you make use of microbial laboratory tools such as a pH meter, colorimeter, and a colorimeter tubes. So what do we understand by a pH meter? A pH meter measures how acidic or a basic a solution is. The acidicity, the acidity or the basicity of any solution depend on the pH. Depend on the pH. And if you want to measure that, what you make use of is a pH meter. So, and this pH meter gives a number between 0 is acidic, to 14, which is most basic. So that is telling you that from 6 down to 1, that is acidity. Then from 8 down to 14, that is alkalinity. So you need to take note of that. What are the parts? That is, if you see a pH meter, what should you be actually looking for? So it contains the following parts: the display unit with a digital screen. After that, the pH electrode, that is the glass probe, will be there, as well as a connecting wire, or what is called a built-in cable. Okay. Now, how can you assemble a pH meter? You should be able, just like for us, at least if you are driving a car, at least you should be able to know how to change the tire at least to certain level in case anything happen. So that is why this slide is very, very important. How can you assemble? How can you couple a pH meter? The first step you take is just to connect the pH probe to the display unit. After that, you remove the protective cap from the probe. Then you should ensure that the probe is clean and very, very intact. So you have to, this is very, very important, because the probe is exactly what's going to touch your solution. And that's why it is going to be, it must be maintained as very clean, and it must not be broken, or maybe you have any sediment on it. Okay. So how can you use a pH meter? I want you to go to this YouTube material that's going to give you more into how can you, so to say, how can you use a pH meter. Okay, so the first is to calibrate the meter by using the standard. I told you that this buffer will accompany the pH meter. When you are coming, you buy them, they are available commercially. So pH 4, pH 7, and pH 10. So slightly acidic and slightly alkalinity, uh, alkaline, and this one is the neutral. So the first thing is to rinse the probe with distilled water, then you dip the probe into the sample and you wait for it to start reading. So this is very, very important and very, very simple for you. That is how to make use of a pH meter. Then what are the safety tips for pH meter? Just like I said before, you always rinse the probe before and after usage. Then do not dry the electrode. You should not let the electrode run dry. Store it in storage solution. It must be under storage solution. Then you should handle the glass probe very, very carefully for you to avoid breakage. So the next tool or equipment we are going to consider today is colorimeter. A colorimeter measures the turbidity, that is the deepness, the cloudiness or color of any solution. Okay, so turbidity is telling us how much microbial growth has occurred. The deeper your solution, the more the microbial growth in it. So you should know that. Okay, part of a colorimeter, you have the light source, which is called the lamp or the LED. Then you have the sample holder, which is the slot for test tubes. Okay, you also have where it is called the displaying screen, as well as a control button. How can you assemble a colorimeter? The first thing is to plug in and turn on the device. After that, you insert the colorimeter tube in the sample holder. Then you make sure that the tube is clean and aligned properly. You align it properly. That is very, very important. So how can you make use of a colorimeter? You can also get additional material. You can watch additional video or YouTube on how to use a colorimeter. The first thing is to zero the colorimeter by using a blank sample, such as a sterile broth. That is a broth that has no microorganism, that is free from a microbial growth. So the next thing is to place your test sample in the in the holder. So then as soon as you place it there, you are going to read the absorbance, or the turbidity value will be displayed on the screen just for you to be able to see. So how can you interpret the result from a colorimeter? Just like I told you, the higher absorbance is equal to more turbidity, which is equal to more microbial growth. I told you, whenever the absorbance is high, that means there's more of microbial growth there. More population of a microorganism is expected. So you should be able to compare readings of different samples to draw conclusions. Okay, so the next one is what are colorimeter tubes? What do we mean by this? These are small clear test tube which are usually used in colorimeter. That is where the sample carrier dey hold liquid sample for light to pass through them. Okay, so that's very, very important. Okay, handling. How can you handle colorimeter tubes? You always handle it by the top end, without touching it with your finger, or else you just discover that you are not going to get accurate reports or accurate result, because on your finger, on your finger, there are microbial growths there. So, and once you allow your fingerprint to be imprinted on the colorimeter tube, number one is going to uh, hamper your accuracy. It's going to hamper your accuracy, and then you won't be able to get accurate reports or results. Okay. Then the third one is that the tube, you should make sure that you fill it to 3 all over 4 with the sample solution. Okay. Then the tubes, the colorimeter tube, you are going to inside, wipe outside with tissue to remove smudges. You should make sure that you clean it dry. Then you insert carefully into the older slots. After that, you ensure it fits snuggy and faces the right direction. So, how can you get the best results? You use identical tubes for blank and samples. You should avoid air bubbles in the sample. Then you should keep the sample clear of particles. Okay. And the summary or the general takeaway from this presentation this morning is that a pH meter tells us the acidity or basicity of a substance, whereas a colorimeter shows how much growth has occurred, microbial growth has occurred, whereas the tube must be clean, correctly filled, and it must be inserted properly. So what can you do? At the beginning of this my presentation, I made emphasis on sterility and aseptic technique. Your practice that must not introduce contaminant into your sample, and the practice that should make the environment around you to be free of contaminant, so that you yourself, you will be safe by putting on the PPE, making sure that you sterilize the surface where you are working, your laboratory benches, do not introduce contaminants, and so on and so forth. So, and you should know that you are handling very sensitive and very, very expensive equipment. So, care must be taken by the time you are handling them. Then you should make sure that all the glassware, you handle them carefully in order to avoid any injury. Because once you have any injury, you know that microorganism, that is a direct attraction or direct entry entry for microorganism. So, and you should make sure you calibrate all your instruments before you use them. Make sure you calibrate them before using. Okay. Now you must have know how to operate key laboratory tools like a pH meter, colorimeter, and colorimeter tools. So the next thing that is very, very important for you is to follow safety and cleanliness in the laboratory. Now, what are the step-by-step procedures? How can you? So all this should be documented. The first thing is that you adjust 7 tubes of nutrient broth to pH of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So then you use 1 molar sodium hydroxide or 1 molar hydrochloric acid that can be used to adjust the pH. So if you want it to be slightly acidic, you make use of that of hydrochloric acid, and if you want it to be um, alkaline, you want it to be basic, you also make use of a 1 molar sodium hydroxide in order to be able to stabilize or adjust the pH value around where you are working. So the next one is you inoculate each tube with a loopful, that is from your bacterial culture. From your bacterial culture, what you do is to use your wire loop to pick from the colony using an aseptic technique. Then by the time you pick, dip it into the tube, that is the colorimeter tube, and by the time you now do that, you incubate at the tube at 37 degrees centigrade for 48 hours. Okay, the next step is to use sterile nutrient broth to zero the colorimeter. So I told you the first thing is that you make use of sterile broth, the nutrients broth that do not contain any microbial growth. That is the one you will use to stabilize your colorimeter. You start with your colorimeter. Then the next one is that you measure the turbidity of each sample. Okay. Then the next thing is you should be able to plot a graph of pH versus the absorbance. That is what you read from there. Then the next one is you analyze which pH supports the best growth. Okay, so you will observe that growth is highest around neutral pH, like that is between 6 to 7, and growth reduces slightly or drastically in acidic pH. That is, if the medium is becoming acidic with pH between 3 and 4, there is going to be sudden or drastic reduction in microbial growth. And when the solution is now becoming basic, you see that the growth will continue to flourish. Conclusion: microorganisms have optimal pH range. We should know that. Then outside this range, cell enzymes denatures, okay, thereby limiting the growth of a microorganism. Then the next one is tracking microbial growth over time. So microbial grow in phases. There are four different phases of microbial growth, or stages of microbial growth. The first one is the lag phase, followed immediately by the log phase, and the next one is stationary before we now um, get into the last stage, the uh, which is called the death. Okay, then we can observe changes. We can observe changes, and these changes is using turbidity, using over the time. So the objective of this work is going to be to monitor bacterial population growth in real time using turbidity. That is, now we want to make use of a colorimeter. Materials that are needed for this include sterile nutrient broths and E. coli culture. So you need a 250 ml flask, then sterile ml pipettes, as well as a colorimeter and colorimeter tubes. You need incubator, as well as a disinfectant. So step by step procedure. So the first thing is that you are going to collect 150 ml of sterile broth in a flask with 10 ml of your culture. Then you incubate at 37 degree. So every 30 minutes, you withdraw the 10 ml using a sterile pipette. So immediately you measure the turbidity by using a colorimeter. Okay, you record your result and return flask to incubator, so that the next thing you will do is to disinfect pipette or use a new sterile pipette each time. Okay, turbidity increases rapidly during exponential growth. It later stabilizes, that is at stationary stage, and eventually decreases, that is where and eventually the death, where the whole growth will get terminated. Okay, what can you make use from the graph and the growth curve? So is a plot of time versus absorbance, okay, which show a sigmoidal growth curve, And on the sigmoidal growth curve, you should have a stage which is called the lag phase. The next one is you have the exponential. The next one is what is called the stationary, because that is when the population of the microorganism in the sample will be maintained as a result of when the birth rate is equal to the death rate, that is at equilibrium. Okay, then microbial population grow predictably over time in nutrient-rich media. So that is one thing. Microbial population grow predictably over time in nutrient-rich media. So effect of what are the next question is what are the effect of temperature? Effect of temperature. Let's now test how temperature affects microbial growth. Objective: to evaluate how temperature influences the growth of bacteria, and the materials that will be needed include nutrient broth tube, E. coli culture, incubators that will work at 4 degrees centigrade, 4 degrees centigrade, 25 degrees centigrade, 37 degrees centigrade, and last incubator at 4 degree, 25 degree centigrade, 37 degree, and 50%, 50 degrees centigrade. So then you need a colorimeter, which is the equipment we are considering now. And the procedure, the first thing is you inoculate and incubate tubes at different temperatures. So you start from measure, okay, at the different temperature. You measure turbidity after 24 to 28 hours. So the expected observation, that is the expected result, the best growth should be observed, and you should be recorded at 37 degree centigrade, because that is the body temperature. Then if there is poor or no growth at 4 degree centigrade or 50 degrees centigrade. Okay, bacteria are sensitive to temperature because the enzyme activity is very key in that wise. So osmotic pressure, that is how well the organism can tolerate salt tolerance. Okay, so salt affects cell water balance, which is called the osmosis. Okay, I want to really go on fire, just 2 minutes recess. 2 minutes recess. I will be right back.
Motivated by solid pushing students forward and explore breeding strategies, reproductive technology, and selection principles. The rhythm provides a subtle sense of urgency, ideal for maintaining energy levels during intensive study or revision sessions. should have an upbeat, motivating vibe, subtly pushing students forward as they explore breeding strategies, reproductive technology, and selection principles. The rhythm provides a subtle sense of urgency, ideal for maintaining energy levels during intensive study or revision sessions. A modern life forever with smooth, steady beat and soft ambient synth. The track should have an upbeat, motivating vibe, subtly pushing students forward as they explore breeding strategies, reproductive technology, and selection principles. The rhythm provides a subtle sense of urgency, ideal for maintaining energy levels during intensive study or revision sessions. A modern provides a smooth, steady beat and soft ambient synth. The track should have an upbeat, motivating vibe, subtly pushing students forward as they explore breeding strategies, reproductive technology, and selection principles. The rhythm provides a subtle sense of urgency, ideal for maintaining energy levels during intensive study.
Okay, welcome back to the practical session in microbial growth. Don't forget what we have said today. Our focus is just that of is going to be on it has been on the pH as an equipment, pH meter, colorimeter, as well as a colorimeter tube. That is, we want to measure the pH value, which has to do with the environment. Uh, then the colorimeter, the turbidity, that is, if we want to measure the microbial growth. Okay. Then apart from that, um, we'll all look at the osmotic pressure, just like I said, the tolerance, salt tolerance. Okay. Now, now we are going to continue. Salt affects cell water balance. That is osmosis. So, if the so to test microbial growth in different salt concentration, that is our objective. Then the materials needed, the broth with a 0%, 2%, 5%, 10%, and 15% sodium uh, chloride. Then we have two different bacterial cultures, which is Staphylococcus aureus as well as Escherichia coli. Then we also need a colorimeter. So you inoculate the broth, you incubate and measure the turbidity. Then you now compare the growth across the source. So let's say in the first column you have salmonella. Okay, okay, now we now have it like this. So we just draw this so 1, 0%, 2%. Sorry, this will be 0, the first one, 2%, 5, 7, and so on. Then this one is a E. coli, that is the bacterial culture E. coli. Then here is a Staphylococcus aureus. Okay, so when you at this, what was the absorbance or the absorbance level? Then this one, the absorbance value, you record, so that later you go and also compare their growth, the turbidity, using your colorimeter. Okay, so at the end of the day, what is the expected observation is that Staphylococcus aureus will grow more in high salt because it is called allotolerant. It is called what? Allotolerant. Then the next one is E. coli, which will not grow, because it is inhibited by high salt growth. Okay. Then again, um, the conclusion for this is that osmotic pressure will definitely influences cell survival and metabolism. Cell survival and metabolism. So the next one is how can we carry out what is called antibiotic testing, sensitivity testing. So this time around, we are going to make use of a dish diffusion method, which help us to test the drug resistance. So the essence of antibiotic sensitivity testing is to determine, is to predict, is to know the exact drug, certain that will be enough to kill or prevent different microorganisms. Okay, for example now, and that is the method they use for antibiotics. That is the method they use for antibiotics. So I want to really implore you that you should watch different YouTube on antibiotic sensitivity testing. So how is it being carried out, and the procedure they normally use, and get the method and methodology and the hypothesis behind it. Uh, so the next one is the objective of sensitivity test is to test the bacterial sensitivity to different antibiotics by the use of their zone of inhibition. Sometimes what we normally use is just that the clearer the zone, the larger the zone, the more effective such antibiotic against the test uh, culture or the test organism. Okay, the material that will be needed is that you need an agar which is called Muller-Hinton agar plate. We need the antibiotic disc, which is very common, especially the one with the ampicillin, ciprofloxacin, and etc. Then we also need the bacterial culture like E. coli, swab stick, as well as a incubator. We need all this for this. So the procedure, number one, is that this you are to swab the bacteria on the plate. That is, you are to inoculate the bacteria on the plate. uh, then after you must have inoculated that or swab it on that, you use cotton swab to swab it on the plate aseptically without introducing contaminants either from the equipment you are using, from the environment, or even from you. So then the next thing is that you place the disc on it. Then you are to incubate for 24 hours. After that, you come and measure what? The clear zone. That measure the clear zone of uh, around the disc. Okay, so just like I told you, the larger the zone, the more sensitive that antibiotic is against the test organism. So if there is no zone, if there is no zone, that means resistance. That means it's not good. If you use that kind of drug or that kind of antibiotics, it is not going to be effective against it. So that is called resistance. That is called resistance. Okay. So what can we take from this morning practical? The first thing we need to know is that the environmental factors that influences the growth of a microorganism include the pH, uh, time, temperature, as well as salt. All these will definitely impact on the growth. Then apart from that, today, during this practical, you must have learned some ways. How can you keep your bacteria? How can you keep your bacteria or your this as a very in aseptic condition? Aseptic, okay? Aseptic means absence of growth. Absence of growth, okay? Then pipetting technique is very important. How can you pipette effectively without how can you check it without making mistake? Then how can you maneuver certain instruments around you? Okay, then the next step is that don't forget that you are to use graphical illustration for your uh, to interpret your result, to interpret your data. So your graph is very important, as well as this. So you have to discuss now the application of all this, application of the environmental factors. What are the application in clinical setting, in food industry, as well as in food science. So application of pH value, application of time, application of microbial growth on food and on this there application on medical, that is clinical. So, having done this, I want to really appreciate your listening attention. And by the time you do this, you are expected to do it very well because each practical will carry nothing less than the 15 to 20 marks. So, I said that even as a polytechnic student, you should, which is technical based, you are expected to be more exposed to practical even more than your theory. You have a higher contact hour when it comes to practical session. So it is on that note, I really want to appreciate you for your listening attention, and I want you to believe and make sure that you submit your logbook immediately after you must have done it. I've given you the deadline already. Please make sure you adhere strictly to the uh, deadline. Okay. It is on that note that I want to believe. I want to believe that I want to see you again in further educational.
Stand still,
Thank you.
the echo of nothing, the sweetest thrill. No voices, no rush, just time to feel. Lost in the quiet, and I always will. Soft as the ocean's breath on sand, life unfolds like an open hand. In every pause, there's a place to land. Here in the quiet, I understand. Lost in the quiet, where the world stands still, where the world stands still. The echo of nothing, the sweetest thrill, the sweetest thrill. No voices, no rush, just time to feel, just time to feel. Lost in the quiet, and I always will. Lost in the quiet, where the world stands still. The echo of nothing, the sweetest thrill. No voices, no rush, just time to feel, just time to feel. Lost in the quiet, and I always will. I'll tell you about your boy for phone. We can feel your ocean's breath on sand. Its shadow dances in fading light. The sky is painted with colors wide. Each brushstroke calm, no need to hide. A single bird sings, then it takes flight. Its shadow dances in fading light. The sky is painted with colors wide. Each brushstroke calm, no need to hide. Soft as the ocean's breath on sand, life unfolds like an open hand. In every pause, there's a place to land. Here in the quiet, I understand. Lost in the quiet, where the world stands still, where the world stands still. The echo of nothing, the sweetest thrill, the sweetest. Wires on the quiet tune, shadows flicker past the moon. A glow in the dark, soft and thin. Let it drift. thoughts align, fade away. Deep focus, deep focus. That's where I'll stay. Let it drip, let it sway. Thoughts align, fade away. Deep focus, deep focus. That's where I'll stay. Wires hum a quiet tune. Shadows flicker past the moon. A glow in the dark, soft and thin. Let it drift, let it sway. Thoughts align, fade away. Deep focus, deep focus. That's where I'll stay. Pixels dance in silent streams. Whispers echo chasing dreams. A pulse, a spark, the mind begins. No sound too loud, no beat too fast. The moment stretches, it will last. A quiet fire inside the mind. Nothing lost and all aligned. Let it drift, let it sway. Thoughts align, fade away. Deep focus, deep focus. That's where I'll stay. Let it drift, let it sway. Thoughts align, fade away. Deep focus, deep focus. That's where I'll stay. A cinematic instrumental soundtrack with orchestral elements, strings, and soft percussion. The music showing inspiration and a sense of I love the one you cover what you do, girl. Working better while we're looking through the best. A brother love me through a power and a sense of cinematic instrumental soundtrack with orchestral elements, strings and soft percussion. The music should loop inspiration and sense up in the mood. Okay, okay, okay. A mellow jazz instrumental track featuring smooth moving light bass. The tempo should be relaxed and steady, providing a calming and dating down. Now to use the focus while reviewing different topics like green strategies, toxicology principles, ideal for maintaining a relaxed and productive study mood. A mellow jazz instrumental track featuring smooth moving light bass. The tempo should be relaxed and steady, providing a calming and dating down. Now to use the focus while reviewing different topics like green strategies, toxicology principles, ideal for maintaining a relaxed but productive study mood. A mellow jazz instrumental track. Pick up the study room. The blocks and whites, the light base. The double should be right. Yet steady providing economy and engaging background. Ecology still is the focus while reviewing different topics like breeding strategies, photology, parasitology, physical rules, and relax with the productive study. The productive study room. Productive study room. Productive study room. Mellow jazz, instrumental trend, featured up to study room. The blacks and whites are light base. The tempo should be relaxed. Yet steady providing economy, that engaging background. Ecology still is the focus while reviewing different topics like breeding strategies, photology, parasitology, physical rules, and relax the productive study. The productive study room. Productive study room. Productive study room. Soft as the morning tide rolls in, strings hum low where thoughts begin. Piano whispers in the breeze. Steady wave, steady flow, where your mind will surely go. Waves of focus carry you, gentle light breaking through. Keys like raindrops tapping time, a rhythm call, a steady climb. Percussion hums like distant shores. Steady waves, steady flow, where your mind will surely go. Waves of focus carry you, gentle light breaking through. Keys like raindrops tapping time, a rhythm calm, a steady climb. Percussion hums like distant shores. Steady waves, steady flow, where your mind will surely go. Waves of focus carry you, gentle light breaking through. Let the strings rise, let them fall, soft percussion through it all. A soundtrack for the quiet mind, clarity is what you'll find. Steady waves, steady flow, where your mind will surely go. Waves of focus carry you, gentle light breaking through. Strings rise. Let them fall. Soft percussion through it all. The soundtrack for the quiet mind. Clarity is what you'll find. Clarity is what you'll find. Whoa, whoa. Clarity is what you'll find. Oh, clarity is what you'll find. Ooh. Let the strings rise, let them fall. Soft percussion through it all. The soundtrack for the quiet mind. Clarity is what you'll find. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Soft as the morning tide rolls in, strings hum low where thoughts begin. Piano whispers in the breeze. Steady wave, steady flow, where your mind will surely go. Waves of focus carry you, gentle light breaking through. Raindrops tap in time, a rhythm calm, a steady climb. Percussion hums like distant shores. Steady wave, steady flow, where your mind will surely go. Waves of focus carry you, gentle light breaking through. Raindrops tap in time, a rhythm calm, a steady climb. Percussion hums like distant shores. Steady wave, steady flow, where your mind will surely go. Waves of focus carry you, gentle light breaking through. Let the strings rise, let them fall. Soft percussion through it all. A soundtrack for the quiet mind. Clarity is what you'll find. Steady wave, steady flow, where your mind will surely go. Waves of focus carry you, gentle light breaking through. Spark in the air, it's calling my name. The road is long, but I'm playing the game. Each step I take, the world gets bright. Shadows fall, but I'm chasing light. Run, run, running to the edge of the sky. Fly, 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 where the dreams never die. Go. Pages turning up whispers of time. Every lesson's a mountain to climb. Through the struggle, there's power to find. The heart beats loud, it's leading my mind. Run, run, running to the edge of the sky. Fly, fly. flying where the dreams never die. Chasing horizons with fire in my soul. Learning to grow, to reach the goal. Pages turning like whispers of time. Every lesson's a mountain to climb. Through the struggle, there's power to find. The heart beats loudly in my mind. Oh, the stars, they're winking at me. Every failure's a key to unlock what I can be. Oh, can you see? Run, running to the edge of the sky. Flying where the dreams never die. Chasing horizons with fire in my soul. Learning to grow, to reach the goal. A spark in the air is calling my name. The road is long, but I'm playing the game. Each step I take, the world gets bright. Shadows fall, but I'm chasing light. Run, running to the edge of the sky. Flying where the dreams never die. Chasing horizons with fire in my soul. Learning to grow, to reach the goal. Pages turning like whispers of time. Every lesson's a mountain to climb. Through the struggle, there's power to find. The heart beats loud, it's leading my mind. Running to the edge of the sky. Flying where the dreams never die. Chasing horizons with fire in my soul. Learning to grow, to reach the goal. Oh, the stars, they're winking at me. Every failure's a key to unlock what I can be. Oh, can you see? Running to the edge of the sky. Flying where the dreams never die. Chasing horizons with fire in my soul. Learning to grow, to reach the goal. To reach the goal. Stars, they're winking at me. Every failure's a key to unlock what I can be. Oh, can you see? Running to the edge of the sky. Flying where the dreams never die. Chasing horizons with fire in my soul. Learning to grow, to reach the goal. To reach the goal. Stars they're winking at me. Every failure's a key to unlock what I can be. What can you see? Running to the edge of the sky. Flying, where the dreams never die. Chasing horizons, the fire in my soul. Learning to grow, to reach the goal. this is the future. Please give it to me slow. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. 夜が深まる中でリズムが体を包むライツが踊るフロアで私のボイスが君に届く Always OBS この瞬間超えた波に夜明けまで取り明かそうシークリーニング越しの君と共に配信プラットフォームに乗せて AI 別版の夢をリスナーと言ったり言いなり頃のボイスに答える OBS ultimate tribute. Beyond the limit, let's make it lunar. Break the limit, break the limit, break the limit. Break atom. Go beyond. Go.
Sunset dripping like honey on the avenue. July heat got the speakers playing deja vu. You and me top down singing like we knew. Every line, every groove, yeah, that record flew. But love moves fast when the seasons spin. Burning like the pavement on my sun-kissed skin. Left a piece of us in the front seat light. Didn't think the heat could steal what felt so right. My Goldie LP transformed. Melted in the summer storm. Left it on the dash, now the tracks won't play. Like the love we had, warped and swayed. Oh, my Goldie LP transformed. Like the way our love got torn. Your touch was a needle on a perfect track. Spinning around slow, never looking back. But the sun came heavy with a jealous glow. Turned the melodies into waves of woe. And love moves fast when the seasons spin. What was crystal clear now won't begin. Left a piece of us in the front seat light. Didn't think the heat could steal what felt so right. My Goldie LP transformed. Melted in the summer storm. Left it on the dash, now the tracks won't play. Like the love we had, warped and swayed. Oh, my Goldie LP transformed. Like the way our love got torn. Now the grooves don't fit, the song won't flow. Just a memory stuck in a twisted glow. Can't drop the needle, can't hear the sound. Guess some love just can't be found. Maybe someday when the air turns cool, I'll find a way to fix what heat made cruel. But for now it's just echoes in static haze. Like a dream left out in the summer blaze. Like the way our love got torn. Now the grooves don't fit, the song won't flow. Just a memory stuck in a twisted glow. Can't drop the needle, can't hear the sound. Guess some love just can't be found. Maybe someday when the air turns cool, I'll find a way to fix what heat made cruel. But for now it's just echoes and static haze. Like a dream left out in the summer blaze.
Deep in the heart of the jungle's beat, where the rhythm of the earth and the wilds meet. Drums of thunder, the skies ignite. The call of the wild, it's a primal fight. Feel the vines wrapped tight like chains. Echoes of the beast in the pouring rain. Step by step we move as one, dancing to the roar of the setting sun.
Roar, roar, the jungle's alive. Feel the heartbeat.
your spirit collide. Shadows creep as the moonlight glows, a symphony of sounds the jungle knows. From the rivers deep to the mountains peak, the language of the earth it starts to speak. Hear the whispers of the ancient breeze through the canopy of the endless trees. Every creature's cry is a melody. We're all part of the jungle symphony. Hear the drums, feel the fire. Take the leap, climb higher. Let the wild inspire. Dance till the dawn, never tire. Roar, roar, the jungle's alive. Feel the heartbeat, let it thrive. Swing through the trees, let the rhythm take flight. This is our world where day meets night. Roar, roar, feel the wild in your veins. Lose yourself in nature's rain. Let the rhythm of the jungle be your guide in this wild world. Let your spirit collide. The jungle calls, the jungle thrives. We're alive, we're alive. Feel the beat, feel the fire. Forever live, we'll never tire. The jungle calls, the jungle thrives. We're alive, we're alive. Feel the beat, feel the fire. Forever wild, we'll never tire.
I am Rina, Supergirl, very happy. Thanks for the comment with a smile. I am Rina, Hypergirl, とても嬉しい。コメントありがとう。I am Rina, Supergirl, very happy. Thanks for the comment with a smile. I am Rina, Hypergirl, とても嬉しい。コメントありがとう。Very happy with a smile. Thanks for the comment. とても嬉しい。コメントありがとう。I am Rina, Supergirl, very happy. Thanks for the comment with a smile. コメントありがとう。コメント
racing, no time for pacing. Sirens blare loud, echoes through the night. Suno's shadow lurking, out of sight. Fragments collide, shattered dreams align. Neon sparks flying, crossing every line. Chaos in the rhythm, madness in the sound. Grime's relentless fury breaking new ground. Chaos rising, Suno ignites. Thunder in the silence, electric nights. Rhythm spinning, spiraling deep. In the heart of madness, where shadows creep. Street lights flicker, shadows twist and turn. Whispers in the darkness, lessons to learn. Broken glass glitters, reflecting every beat. Suno's voice cut sharp, never face defeat. Fragments of the past, scattered in the wind. Building up the tension, where do we begin? Energy exploding, fueling every verse. Grime's chaotic anthem, breaking every curse. Chaos rising, Suno ignites. Thunder in the silence, electric nights. Rhythm spinning, spiraling deep. In the heart of madness, where shadows creep. Pulse racing faster, can't escape the grind. Suno's words a weapon, sharpen mind. Through the noise and fury, clarity breaks through. Embracing all the chaos, finding something true. Street with another new world. Chaos rising, Suno ignites. Thunder in the silence, electric nights. Rhythm spinning, spiraling deep. In the heart of madness, where shadows creep. As the dawn starts breaking, chaos starts to fade. Memories of midnight in the lights cascade. Suno's legacy remains amidst the calm and storm. In every shattered rhythm, a new world is born.
Well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, 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 bird. The bird's the word. While a bird, 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 bird is the word. While a bird, 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 while a bird is the word. While a bird, 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 the bird's the word. While a bird, 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 while a bird is the word. While a bird, bird, the bird is the word. While a bird, 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 bird is the word. While a bird, 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 while a bird is the word. While a bird, 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 bird is the word. While don't you know about the bird? Well, everybody knows that the bird is the word. While a bird, bird, bird is the word. While everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, 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 bird is the word. While a bird, 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 bird is the word. While a bird, 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 bird is the word. While a bird, 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 bird is the word. While a bird, 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 bird is the word. While a bird, 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 bird is the word. While everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, 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 the bird's the word. While a bird, 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 bird's the word. While a bird, 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 bird's the word. While a bird, 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 pop, 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 my mouth, pop, pop, my mouth, my mouth, pop, pop, my mouth, 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 pop, pop, my mouth, mouth, pop, pop, my mouth, pop, pop, my mouth, pop, pop, my mouth, mouth, pop, pop, my mouth, pop, pop, my mouth, mouth, pop, pop, my mouth, pop, pop, my mouth, pop, pop, my mouth, mouth, pop, pop, my mouth, pop, pop, my mouth, pop, pop, my mouth. Well, don't you know about the bird? Well, everybody knows that the bird is the word. Well, a bird, 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 the word. Well, a mouth, papa, my mouth, papa, my mouth, papa, my mouth, papa, my mouth. papa. Papa.
gevoel dat je droom niet uitkomt? Ben je wel eens bang dat het altijd zo blijft? Want het regent alle dagen en ik zie geen hand voor ogen. Jij en ik toch samen, dat zal altijd zo zijn.